Good morning, it is day 28 out of 30 of doing 333 push-ups every single day, and that is so that we can get to 10,000. Now that is the current number. As you can see, it is this close to getting to that 10k. So yeah, it's bittersweet, maybe a bit more bitter than sweet, to be honest, but definitely bittersweet. You know, obviously the sweetness comes from the results that I've been getting from these push-ups. Definitely feel like my chest is more active, and it's just, you know, I feel like I can constantly feel it, so clearly it's been working. And like I said, just movement and the pump and the look and the feel of it is different. So I have no complaints on that side. The only complaints or frustration or uncomfortability I would say that I'm experiencing is doing these every single day. Not the physical act necessarily, but you know, filming them and trying to make it entertaining as well, because this is not my usual YouTube content that I create. I always try and keep it fun and exciting, but you know, nonetheless, we're getting this done. We're smashing this session, and we're proving that it can be done, and you can do 10,000 in 30 days. So let's go. $33 to start off the day. First set, I'm already a little warm, or a little hot, you could say. Something that's going to happen this morning, hence why a little rush, and coming back after the gym, after this going to the gym, coming back, doing another set, and then we're heading off to complete this bad boy. I mean, this one is done, and we've got the tattoo on the side, but we're going to do the back of the ankle. There's some tattoos that we didn't get done. Then potentially here as well. And I was asking, hoping that they could put one over there. But you know, I sent all the things through. We'll see. I have 2 more sessions with the tattoo artist. So we're going to try and do a little longer session today to get a few things done. And unfortunately, it won't be as complete as this arm, unfortunately, you know, but there's time, you know, there's no rush. I just wanted to get a few things so that it looks like my leg is, you know, tattooed up, because I quite like it. There's some, like a style that I want for myself. At the moment, I've always wanted to do like a left arm sleeve and a right leg sleeve, so we're getting there, slowly but surely. And I know some people don't like it, but I also know some people do. And then third of all, I don't really care, because I like it. You know, it's just nice. I enjoy it. It's, you know, art on my body that I enjoy seeing. It's the same way you go into a shop and you buy a certain color shirt. Of course, it's not permanent, but you buy it because you feel good when you put that shirt on. You feel good with that color, the way it highlights your eyes, your hair, you know, how it fits your physique. You know, there's a choice, and you buy it because of that. Now, these are obviously permanent and it's on my skin, but I enjoy how they make me feel and how they look and how they bring out a certain, I don't know, just a certain part of me. All these little things tell a story. Let's go, set 2. That's the second 33. I was thinking or it came up to do 5 sets now, and then 5 sets when I come back from the tattoo. But I'm sure, because of the longer session and the time to get there is going to be the same. So the last time I did 3 hours, and I got home at just after 5:30, almost 6. So now we're planning on maybe doubling the time, so potentially 5 to 6 hours. So I probably will be here when it's dark at 8, maybe. I'm guessing 8 latest. So to do 5 then, you know, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's tired, been a long day. So I'm thinking doing 4 now, hitting the gym, coming back doing 3, which means when I do come back late, I only have 3 left, which is quite simple. So, let's do this third set, shall we? Whew. That one actually burns more than it should have, to be honest. Let's see how that pump looks. Okay, a little day 28 pump. Nothing wrong with that. Just to see where we are, and quite happy. It's early in the morning, so I feel like it hasn't really. I haven't really woken up. You know what the most painful thing, and I've mentioned this to you before, is not the chest itself. It's not, you know, it's not that part. Yes, you feel the burn, and it burns the same way it would in the gym, or you know, when you're running and your legs are burning. So the muscle does work, but there's literally there where it connects, where the muscle tissue connects to the bone, right here under the arm. Because it's obviously, it thins out, right? This is the massive muscle, and then it goes smaller, 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 and connects to the humerus, right? That part, I personally feel, is the one that's taking the most strain. Just because of the lack of rest that you give that part, you know, because it's constantly moving, constantly working out 3 times a day, every day for 28 days. So I think if you do want to do a challenge like this, I would just recommend that you watch it, obviously watch it, do it slower, and if you want, you could, you know, break it up even more. You don't have to do 30, 30, 30, 30. If you're only doing 200, maybe do the big ones in the morning, maybe 20, 20, 20, and then you can do 10, 10, 10, and then you can just do a lot of 5s. It doesn't matter as long as you don't get injured, because then it's then it's almost like, no, I wouldn't say disqualification, but it's like what do they call it, a TKO, technical knockout, you know. It's just like you're knocking yourself out of the race. So let's do that fourth set. Hopefully the burn isn't too bad. Let's go. There we go, champs. It is 4 sets of 33. Chest looking good, looking more round, I must say. I think that is definitely something that I've picked up. It's not as square normally, it's like nice and round and full, which is already a change that I can see. Anyway, let's hit the gym, we come back and do another session. Alrighty, in the parking lot of the gym, and what I didn't realize is I'm actually going to do shoulders today. So it's going to be a tough day. You know, push-ups, gym, shoulders, push-ups, and then sit on the table for 6 hours. You know, I feel like lying on a table or sitting on a table or sitting and doing absolutely fuck all is almost worse than being active. You know, I'm coming back to something like training or something. Like, let's say you haven't trained for 2 weeks, you've just sat at home. It's the worst to come back to train. But if you told me that, you know, you've been busy the whole day, you've been working up and down, and then you go back training, it's not going to be a big deal. But it's because your muscles kind of get, I don't know, lazy. They shut down when you're not doing anything, and then you all of a sudden get back to it. So, yeah, I mean, same way. Have you ever sat down and then you feel like little pins and needles in your legs, or you just sat down and when you get up, that first few steps just feel extra hard? So, kind of the same thing. So, but you know, it's just push-ups. I'm not gonna make it more dramatic than it already is. I'm gonna do 3 sets after the gym. I'm gonna get a tattoo and I'm gonna do 3 sets. It's really not that bad. Anyway, let's go. Alrighty, shoulders done, looking good. I feel like they are popping up. I did a little bit of extra rear delts, which you know, it's just going to bring out the back, because that's really important when you do this, to have like a little croissant shape. I hope the French don't kill me for saying that. That's how I pronounce it. Croissant or croissant, maybe. Anyway, you want that shape around your, you know. Anyway, the point is, shoulders done. I don't have much time. I'm going to head back, have a quick post-gym breakfast, and then I have to get to the office so we can tattoo this leg. Let's go! Alrighty, back home. I basically have 5 minutes to do these, otherwise I'm going to be late, so let's get on and get these going, shall we? Whew. 33. You can see the sun is melting through the window here now that the table is gone. It's quite different to have that, but you know, we got some good news today regarding my wife's work, her job, which, you know, is quite nice. Hey, what are you guys doing? This is camera time. So, you know, it's always nice to know that, you know, we're not only going, you know, the reason why we're going there is, you know, well, there's multiple reasons. Obviously, I want to get, or my wife and I want to be able to travel the world, you know, easily, you know, or at least it's something that I've always wanted. But with the South African passport, it's quite hard. So, one of the reasons is obviously to stay there for a term of 5 years, to get a British passport, so that her and I, with potentially a kid in 5 years from now, could travel and go places and see the world, because that is, you know, it's a massive luxury, and if that is something that I can do, which is part of my dreams and goals, then I want to do it. But it's just easier that way, so that's one thing. Also, you know, she got a job that side, which is going to help, because then we can, you know, live there, but also have a second income, which is going to be great. And it gives me free reign to also explore different agencies and culture, and you know, there's many reasons. And people say like, oh, you shouldn't leave South Africa, it's great here. I'm not saying it's shit. South Africa is great, but there's so many other things in the world that you can experience. You know, I was in India for 6 months or 3 months, and then I went back for another 6, because yeah, it's shitty, to be honest. The streets are dirty, there's a weird smell, it's hot all the time, but you can't replace that experience, and that the culture that's beautiful. The people are kind, and it's just, I mean, I'm not talking about the tuk-tuks and the hooters and everything, but it's a great experience, and that's what England is going to be. And potentially, you know, call it my home. Even though it's a second home, it's still home, you know, because it's a well, my wife's British, so that's just how it is. It'll always be home in a way. Let's go. Also, I just did a full shoulder workout, and I can tell you one thing, they are feeling it with these push-ups today, but we're just here smashing it. Now this cat is messing with the focus. Hey, what is that? What's it, boy? But the pump is looking good. It's day 28. Yeah, the excitement is real. In 2 days from now, this whole challenge will be done for, and I'll have to decide what I'm going to do. I told you before, obviously, because of the the fact that I can't work, unfortunately, until I get my spousal visa in October, November. I'm going to use this time to build more muscle. So I'm definitely going to just chill now, so I can get to England nice and lean, join the gym, you know, find my feet in a way, week or two, and then the bulk will start. I'm going to start bulking up, getting some mass, and then shredding down so that we could then hit the modeling market with the best physique that I could possibly get. So make a bang, make a splash in the big pool that they call the UK modeling world. Last set, let's go. Alrighty, there you go. Ooh, get the chest in the sun there. Oh, there we go. You can't really see it, you can just see little shadows and stuff like that. Anyway, wait, let me move back. I'll see you guys in 8 hours. I'll show you my new tats. Let's go. Alrighty, so as most of you know, I've finished my arm completely and we have moved to my leg. So this is the whole set of new tattoos. You'll see a whole bunch of these that are potentially going to be on my leg. In a sense, when I say potentially, I told you about the time restraint that I have, unfortunately, hence why I have all these appointments so close to each other, because we are leaving on the 29th of June and I want to get all of this done, or as much as I could possible in the short frame of time. But yeah, I'm excited for the pieces that we're going to do today, and hopefully we can get all of the ones that we want done. Of course, Ruth is the one that's going to do it for me. I will leave her link and IG and all information down in the bio. Alrighty, so finished the tattoo on my way home, and then got this little blockage here in the road. So I'm gonna have to wait before I get. This is literally our road. I told you about the water that's not working. Oh no, I haven't told you. I haven't said anything, but yeah, there's some issue in the road here. So hopefully they'll let me through ASAP. Alrighty, it is evening. I am back. I eventually skipped the roadblocks, or I went another route. So that's alright. But the tattoos, let me show you what I got. Please get out of the way. You can see this one quite clearly. The whole back of my ankle is a key. Then you've got horses here on the calf. You've got the what is a vase on that side, and then if you really up my leg, this one is quite sore. You'll see that I've got a nice little gladiator suit and armor there, which is, you know, pretty cool, pretty historic Roman Empire type vibes, which I quite like. I like the mythology, the Greek mythology type of tattoos. But you know, now that that's done, it's time to finish my push-ups. Let's go. Oh, oopsie daisy. Oh, it burns. Whoa. 34, lovely 34 push-ups in the bag, and well, not in the bag, on the floor. We just sold a mirror. Someone came to pick up a mirror, and then they also took some easels from Sophie's painting days. She just had quite a few which she used to use as just like stands for her artwork when she sold them at the Route 44 market. But yeah, now it's just lying there, so we're getting rid of everything. The shoe rack is gonna go, that knife set is gonna go, the pot and the pan and the fridge and the washing machine, everything needs to go. Maybe the cats as well. No, I'm kidding. I've already paid so much money to get them from here on the plane to Amsterdam, and then from Amsterdam on a pet courier bus, you could basically say, which is quite nice. Better than a plane, I think, because at least they can walk inside from there all the way to where we stay. So that's at least one big issue that is gone, because it's quite a big thing, you know. It's easy moving and just going to England, but if you have cats, they're like, it's almost worse than babies, because they can't talk, they can't just cry And I mean, babies are probably worse, to be honest. Equal. Especially if you have two cats and two different personality cats. You've got one that's crazy and one that's chilled. But if you see them now, this one's gonna jump. Watch. Kaju, 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 kaju. No, now he doesn't want to. Now I look like a fool. Jump, you silly. Okay, let's go. Okay, another 34. That means we have 34 left. Oh, let's see how the pump is doing on this beautiful evening after spending, I think it was definitely 8 hours in total, but maybe 7.5. But I think as we started literally tattooing, I think it was around 6 hours, I would say, sitting. This one on the top of my leg, like right here, is you can see it's like swollen because it's just different skin, right? Like if you think of your arm, for instance, the reason why this wasn't necessarily painful for me, I thought, you know, just get tattoos, I don't care, is the fact that it's exposed to nature and the sun and everything all the time. Where, you know, that part, it just comes out when I'm doing shoots, you know, especially if it's like underwear shoots or something like Jack Adams or Boss or whatever shoots there are for underwear, then it comes out really. But other than that, that place doesn't really see any natural habitats or natural living. Anyway, let's finish this one more set so that we can just rest a little bit. I know it sounded like I rested on the bench there while they're tattooing, but trust me, it's not rest, because you have to mentally be awake and stop yourself from, I don't know, going crazy. It's like torture. It's not painful. Let me just, I don't want to scare you off from getting a tattoo. It's, you know, getting a tattoo is not necessarily painful. It's the hours that you feel that pain constantly that, you know, fucks with your mind a little bit. Because, you know, even if someone just had to tap your face like that, it's not sore. But do this for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you're gonna go off, you know, you're gonna flip your lid. So, hey, now you jumped. So, that's all I mean. So, you can imagine 6 hours of this is quite tiring. Anyway, last set. "34, done and dusted." I'm not gonna have a long speech. It's the end of day 28. Tomorrow is day 29 and then day 30, and we have reached the 9,000 mark, well over 9,000. So we are basically home stretch, final steps. Let's go.